All right, so today, if you are watching this video later after the stream, we are doing a massive crafting session. I'm doing account work for someone and they have a ton of crafting, so I will be doing that. So now with going into crafting, I'm going to have to do a couple things before we really get the stream started. So if you want to skip forward to when I start crafting, that is fine. But I just wanted to do this little intro for whenever it gets you click in the video. Yeah. So I have to announce the stream in Discord. And then we're good to go. So let me do that real quick. Crafting stream. Paste. Send. Okay. So that is posted. Now let me find some music I have in the background. So, yo, what's up? Cowhail? Cowhail, if I said that right. Epic 7 official. Okay. Now I need to get music playing. Hey, what's up, Chris? Go to playlists. We're just gonna do the regular Epic 7 playlist for today. Nothing special. We listen to the song every time. Let's switch it up and let's go to the bottom of the playlist to listen to the lobby background music for an hour. No, thank you. Listen to this. We'll shuffle it and loop it just so it doesn't go off this playlist. I'm gonna turn it down a little in my ears. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit for you guys. So how's the music? How's everything? Hey, it's the guide guy. Wow, it's the guide guy. First, you are not first, floppy hat, but good try. 500k crafts. Yeah, it was 626,000, but we've done 50,000 so far. Well, how's it been? Yo, what's up, Crimson Goof? What's up, James? Anna, welcome out. Easy, may the RNG be with you. We've already rolled 620 speed plus pieces. So either 20 speed or above, we've gotten 6 so far. I do need to grab a jacket, so give me 1 second and we will get moving. I set up my YouTube alerts today. This is kind of what today's stream is kind of seeing if those work. I'm going to make them better over time, but I just want to make sure they are functioning. Is this an account work account? Yes, this is an account work account. This is like a big account that I started a long time ago, and then I started doing the new player guides. But Area Night, welcome out. And then we are behind now. So how long does 600k take? I'm not going to be able to get through all 600 with only 261 million gold. We won't be able to, but they also have some other materials as well. So they have it like in total 700,000. I'm going to start with helmets. No, let's start with chests for today. You stream only on YouTube? No, I stream on Twitch as well. I always try to debate. So Caden, do you happen to have a Twitch Prime sub available? But no, I stream on Twitch generally as well, but whenever I'm on Twitch, what am I trying to say? Sorry, my brain is farting. I try to mix my time between the two. Now, I just started streaming on YouTube recently, but I've always been a Twitch streamer, so. I mean, this piece could high roll. I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure how his Aria looks. If you have a Twitch Prime sub available, usually once or twice per stream, I will give you my Twitch link and see if anyone has one sitting that they're willing to use. But my Twitch is just Deity on Twitch. I got the super cool just Deity name, which is nice. But Kaio, what's up? Yeah, I can't stream on both because I'm in a premium Twitch contract. So I signed into a Twitch contract. I have to stream on one at a time, sadly. So not an option to do both, or I would. I think it'd be almost impossible. Here, give me 1 sec. I'll pull up my Twitch. If you actually go in Twitch Prime to my Twitch account, I will do a backflip on stream while my camera's off. Deal? Here is the link. So it's better to sell now? No. So guys, look, for extractions, oops, sorry. Well, okay, for extractions, if you look, they have like 1 billion already. You don't need any more than 1 billion. 1 billion is plenty. So that is why we are not extracting. Watching me do this account is a very in-game account. So I will be selling majority of everything. Yo, what's up, Sophie? Like, once you have so many extractions, you don't need any more. You only need enough to complete your weekly charms, and that is basically it. But Harish, what's up? Why don't you stream on YouTube and Twitch? I have a premium Twitch partnership or contract that I'm not allowed to stream on both at the same time. Twitch is very strict about how they do their stuff. So I do not have the option to stream on both. Are these all speed checks? Okay, this was some crafting I did earlier and never went back and upgraded. Okay, so we have a little bit of cleanup we need to do. But yeah, I can't stream on both. Is it okay to extract purples and legendaries? Yeah, it literally doesn't really matter, guys. I'm sure there's a min-max way to do it, but as long as you are extracting and making sure you buy your charms from Sanctuary, you're fine. Which one's more profitable? I'd have to go and do the math on it because I do not know. Yeah, I don't know as of right now which is the best. Like, I'm sure there's like some math behind extract. It's probably extract the lower rarities and sell the higher rarities, because lower rarities are worth less gold. I'm just gonna guess it as that, but I counted yesterday for purple 18 dust is plus 3, for red 20 is 3. Oh, also any of you guys popping in, if your monthly sub resets September 8th, well, if you're willing to use it on me on September 8th, I would be very happy. Otherwise, it's all good. Appreciate you going and checking. What are good stats for Emma Laney necklace? Are you on counter set? You're gonna want crit damage main stat, and then a mixture of HP, defense, crit chance, crit damage. Or sorry, if you're depending on which, you can either do a crit chance main counter neck or crit damage main counter neck, and then from there have the subsets of attack, defense, crit damage or crit chance or crit damage, opposite of what the main stat of the neck is, and then speed for your last. If you do attack, it is okay too, but that piece is usable on less less characters. Spell your one-shot bait team. Thanks for your 18 vid. No problem. Hopefully it works well for you. So here's the thing. Those of you watching me that are newer players, this is an in-game account, meaning he is not going to be needing the same gear that you all are. They already have their base gear done. They need higher tier quality gear. So when you're watching this, I will be throwing away pieces that would probably be okay for you. So keep that in mind. Okay, this is rolling pretty high. I'm just going to finish it. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. So we changed the effectiveness here to crit chance. You would want a higher subset zone, but we're just going to change it for now so that when I do the re-gearing, we'll be able to get that piece situated easier, and we can change it if we need. But Mahia, how's it going? But Mahia, I'm going to be streaming this for like an hour, hour and a half, and then I'm going to be grinding it offline too. So I'm trying to get to you as quick as I can. This is a newbie guide account? No, there's no way. The newbie guide account's a free-to-play account. What's the maximum low rolls you accepting to? So do you know the min and max rolls for all subsets? So like this has a minimum roll HP and a maximum roll defense, and that just rolled minimum roll onto the defense. It's newbie guide, dude. I'm gonna be that forever because I'm remaking the guides at the beginning of next year. So I will forever be the Epic 7 like new player entry guy. So people who are getting into Epic 7, I feel like it's gonna slowly turn into I'm just the guy that everyone sends people to. Yo, Kenneth, what's up? Why did make Chloe see Let's Play now? Just wondering. There are some characters that counter revive. There are, I don't know exactly. She is outclassed by Destina because Destina just overall works better. So that's a big part of it. Bryceria getting buffed. Maid Chloe can still be all right. But the Gatekeeper 7 hands you a guide as you step in, yeah. But what's up, Cranked? But yeah, Maid Chloe's still decent, but it's the thing is Maid Chloe usually use around specific comps, and Estina fits in more scenarios, I would say. I'm going to be doing a crafting. If I tried E7 on Windows 11, you can run it native on the OS now through the Google Play Store or Google whatever. You can, but it's really extensive on your PC, and when I tried to do it and stream at the same time, my computer lags. So I always use emulators. I've always used emulators for years. So emulators are just the best thing I can do because I can stream with like 7 emulators open if I want to. They're so non-PC extensive. It's like this is a piece of gear you could keep on a new account. It rolled pretty high, it has a flat HP, but you could make this work on a tank or Soul Weaver, guaranteed. Wait, I don't know why this piece is in here. Next, speed checks. What emulators do I recommend? I love LD Player. That's the one I put in the description of every video. If you want a link to it, I can give it to you. I hate BlueStacks. Moo Player is pretty good. But if you guys are wanting to try out an emulator, I would suggest trying LD Player because it's the one that's worked best for me, always. Feel BlueStacks still does better for me, yes. Emulators will work different for each person. So even though I've had a bad experience with BlueStacks, it might be great for you. But if you want to support me, I have an LD Player official link. Oh, has LD Player gotten that much better? It's just always consistent. The thing is, like, LD Player has never fully gone down. For me, BlueStacks has gotten to points where I literally can't even open the game. And it's happened during times where there's like new content, and with the new content, I need to make videos as fast as possible. And whenever I try to open BlueStacks and my game just doesn't open because the new update bugs something, that is the worst feeling in the world because now I am going to have to go download another emulator. But I've been using LD Player for like 3 years with no issues whatsoever. So that's why I suggest it. But if you want the link, I'll grab it real quick. Every person that downloads it through this link, I get, depending on where you live, I get different amounts, but ends up just being extra for me. So it's just a way to help me if you want. You don't have to, obviously. But this is the LD Player link. Anybody needs it, I have a copy to a clipboard right now. So I can pull that up in the future if anyone needs it. So, I mean, we'll roll this, see if it max rolls. How long does it take to farm all those? I'm not sure. They saved up for a very long time. I'm doing account work for somebody else right now, so it's not my account. LD Player 5 or 9? I suggest 9. 9 is like the upgraded super version, but they're still like testing stuff with it. So I would suggest 9. That's what I use. The old one is like probably more consistent, but the new one, just when it's running better, it's running better. All right, let's go 18. This could be, you could try to roll this to +9 on a new account and get 18 speed on a flat attack. It's still pretty decent. But he doesn't need a flat attack 18. They're both pretty low rolls. I'm going to be really picky with their gear. Not really picky, but pretty picky. So, ML Landy already rotate out? Yes. ML characters only stay in rotation for 3 weeks on Mystic Summons. After that, they are gone for good. So this could end up still being an 18 speed effectiveness piece, which is really big. So I'm going to try it. And it did not get that. You always have to save a piece that has speed subset, even if its main set is bad. It's worth always rolling because having speed is a very, very important part of this game. If you try to go full counter play style currently in Epic 7, you will just get run over by any player who knows what they're doing. Going fully slow is almost impossible to do. You need to contest speed with at least 1 pick in your first 4 picks in your draft, or you will have a terrible time. And even if the subsets are bad, you can use them on supporting characters that don't require like debuffers, like Lua, or Conqueror Lilius. You can get away with some kind of weird stats sometimes. So you always want to be able to contest at least one of your first 4 picks. If you don't do that, your RTA experience is going to be much, much harder. If this was a hit set, I would probably keep rolling. Also, I watch your video. I feel banning Bellion just because she restricts spec T is a bit isn't as bad as Lua rolling you completely. The thing is picking Spectre T-Breeder first and then picking Lua, your Spectre T-Breeder gets reset, making it to where her first soul burn or her first attack hits 2 players or 2 characters. So Stenny is actually a pseudo counter to Lua in a lot of situations. But no, banning Bellion when you have almost no options on your account is very, very good, but you can experiment with it. That's the thing. I'm giving people the playstyle that worked for me, and with giving people the playstyle that worked for me, if it doesn't work for them or they want to try something different, they can expand off of that. But if I don't have one set consistent thing that I've already shown has worked, it's going to be harder for me to help all players at once. So by teaching one playstyle, people can adapt off it and evolve and do what they want, but at least they have a foundation to work from, because without having a foundation, you are just going to be lost in every single draft. You got to learn at least the foundation part. How do you get that many ring enhancements? From selling. So as I craft and sell. This is a very in-game account. This is not my tutorial account. Guys, I do account work for people. I play multiple accounts myself. So I just did an RTA and had the choice of the 2, but still won against the Bellion. Yeah, like you can still beat Bellions for sure. Did you pick Stene into Bellion? Any bangers? I've rolled 620 plus pieces and a couple really high gear score pieces. And we've got through about 50, 60k mats so far. Not on the stream. I did part of this crafting session over on Twitch. I'm trying to balance my time between the 2 streaming platforms. You did pick it? Okay. So you can, it's hard. If a Bellion is built properly on immunity, it's very hard to keep your Stene in the game to do much. This is your first RTA and I won. Very nice. As someone who's not a newbie and been playing for a while, but my account is garbage and I find everything super overwhelming, I'm not entirely sure what's the best use or how to best use your beginner guide. Where are you at in the game? What is the last content you've done? Have you beaten Wyvern 13 will be my first question. Or do you farm Wyvern 13? I've been playing for a longest time and still don't have the foundation. All right, cranked, relax. You do not give yourself enough credit. I'm sure if you actually played the game for a month and did RTA every day, you would be very good at it. We've got a Wyvern 13 team. Yeah, DN, Mui, Sigurd, Furious. And it works? Okay, well, here's a potential 21 speeder. It works consistently? That sounds like a kind of... DN doesn't have very good bulk, so... Okay, that piece dead. So on a new account, this piece would work for you. Because even though it's a flat stat, you'll be at 16 speed. You will utilize this on certain characters that you have. And it just won't be optimal, but taking turn 1 in RTA is very important. So this would give you a 16 speed right side piece. But for this account, he does not need it. I've already rolled him like 320 something speed rings. So Wyvern 13 is Rose, Clarissa, Mui, Sigret. Clarissa, I haven't had much experience with her. She doesn't seem bad, but not great at the same time. But she works for you, that's fine. If that would have been an attack percent piece, I would have saved it for him. But since it was a flat, it just isn't good. He'll have plenty of other gear. I've already rolled a bunch of better pieces, so. Why are you skipping my question? You want to get banned, buddy? You think all right, so look at all this. I'm not intentionally skipping questions. Some of you guys have the patience of a 4-year-old toddler. You need to grow up. I cannot keep track of everything. I'm going to not be able to read everything. The chat is moving at one message every 4 to 5 seconds. So if I am talking about a question that lasts a little bit longer than 4 to 5 seconds, then I am now multiple behind. So now that you have said that, I am not going to answer your question out of spite because I am angry. I'm just kidding. What is your question? Let me go up and find it. Why are you skipping my question? Norek, what'd you ask? I don't even see your question. Oh, it's way above. So when do you throw away gear? After one low roll on rare, it's dependent upon the gear and what you are looking for. So like this piece of gear, it's effect res, it has crit chance, speed, and flat health. It's got 2 synergistic substats, and it did have a high roll here. So as a new player, you have to create a guideline for yourself as to what kind of gear is going to work. But as you see, as I'm explaining this question, I'm already now 7 comments behind. There are 7 people that have talked that I have not responded to. Do you understand streaming a little bit more now? Why I skipped your question? SMH? Okay, but maybe I don't have the patience to stream today. That already tilted me. So whenever you are doing this, skip my message next, it's just frustrating. It's like, come on. I have been working 24/7 every day for like a month. So I think my patience is just wearing out. But okay, but in terms of saving gear, you need to see whether or not it's synergistic substats and see if you need that piece. And even if it doesn't roll perfect, as long as it has 2 synergistic substats, you can try it again. Okay, you kind of have to decide what you need. And I'm going to be making more videos covering this, but for this would be a piece you could keep going if you need an effect or a piece for a character. Once you get to plus 12, if it rolls like attack percent, it's not going to be too great, but you could still use it and just switch out the crit chance. You just have to figure out the kind of pieces you need and work from there. Is there a website that tells you which stats each character wants, or do you just ask people in Discord? Benjamin, if you go to my fire video, so if you go to my videos right now, if you go to my fire one, I'm going to be doing one video like that of each element covering any character that's really worth using. Yeah, getting your question answered in any kind of chat is RNG whenever you are watching a live stream if there are too many people talking. So you guys have to remember that. I can't keep up with everything. It's not possible. Like if I were to stop at each message, I'm going to end up 30 minutes behind a chat. I'm going to be answering a question that someone asked 20 minutes ago. It's just not possible. My comment matter, you can't ignore my comment, the world revolves around me. Exactly. It's you just, I'm sorry for saying grow up, but that is the only thing I know how to say there. You gotta realize, look, read the room. Okay. But let's drop that. Let's get back to crafting. Have a good time. But just those of you that are here, be patient. The stream isn't for you specifically. It's for a bunch of people. So everyone's gonna have their chance to ask questions. If I don't answer it, comment it again. Not every 5 seconds, but comment it again. If rolls spot health again, you drop. Yeah, you can, but the thing is, even if a piece rolls really poorly like that, you can still utilize it as a new player. So take a rest, man. We need you. We need you for a lot longer. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm only gonna stream for like an hour. I'm gonna go play Apex with my friend for the night. I'm just going to take like at least 4 hours off and just enjoy myself. So because yesterday I went to play Apex, I played for like 30 minutes and he had to get off, so I just haven't had any time to do anything fun. But Benjamin Scott, I'm making videos over each thing. Millie Mills, welcome out. How are you doing today? Ignore the fodder. He needs to ask the question 10 more times. Yes. So see, but I'm trying to scroll through and the chat keeps moving up as I'm scrolling down, and it's just legit impossible to make sure I get every message. I'm sorry. Plus, I'm not used to streaming on YouTube. It's a much different experience with the chat and everything. What are minimum requirements for SSB and one-shot Wyvern 13? They're very high. I don't know the minimum requirements off the top of my head, though. The only thing you can do is during a free gear removal, go and test it and see if you're able to one-shot and keep making adjustments. And that's the only real way you'll be able to tell, because it's going to differ depending on how much attack you have and how much crit damage you have. So if it's going to be a split between those two. There is a tool that I'm going to be posting in my Discord. It's called the damage calculator. That is the surefire way to test to see if you have enough damage for different things. By putting in your exact stats, it'll tell you how much damage you're going to do. But using that is, you got to learn how to use it first, so it can be a little hard. Stream Apex. I've been tempted to stream Apex, but streaming so here's the thing: if you don't pick one game to work with, then it hurts your channel. But I do have alerts now, so Reggie Johnson, subscribe. Thank you if you're in the stream. Isn't that Reggie Johnson? Isn't that a football player? Is Corinne good for Wyvern 13? She can work, yes. All right, so this, as you see right now, this is why I don't do account work on stream though. Like I have to pause my crafting because I have to go try to keep up chat. It's just not, this right here, if any of you have asked me for account work, this is why I do not stream it. This is a perfect example. But hey, we got a new member, let's go. So see, we have alerts. Useless? Something useless. Kefnet the useless. Kefnet, you've gifted you. There's like a group of you guys that no matter where you're at, you support on every single platform. Seriously, thank you, Kefnet, because I know you gifted subs before. You're subbed on Twitch. You were here this morning for the crazy stream. But Kefnet, thanks for becoming a member. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. Because I know I was answering one question as to where someone should be going with the new player guide, how they should start. But it's basically check if you're a returning player and trying to get your account fixed up by following the guide series. Check if you've done Wyvern. If you've done Wyvern or done Wyvern, check the hunt challenges. If you haven't done the other hunt challenges, you need to get to that part of the guide and do that hunt challenge by following the guide. From there, you'll just, depending on where you're at in story, then you'll follow the story parts. You'll just take little pieces of the guide to establish your base team. So that's any returning player. That is what you do. But yeah, Corinne can work for Wyvern 13, but she doesn't. She only adds defense breaks, so only having one debuff is a little rough. We have multiple 1-speeders. I'm going to roll them because I'm really wanting to get an example of a 1-speed piece that gets 20 speed or above. On a newer account, is it worth using Galaxy coins for gear? I would not know, personally. Galaxy coins on a newer account, you want to just save those until you can get them in like 5, because gear is usually better than all characters unless you have the option to pick the character that you want. So like if there was a way that you could like spend sky stones for either a piece of gear or a character selector, I would say the character selector is better in that case. But normally I say using sky stones for stamina to get gear is better than trying to force them to get characters. Would you say that Brig is a good new player unit? I'm going to be testing him. He looks like he could be good for a lot of PvE and decent for PvP, but overall we'll have to see. I will be testing him the second he comes out, so I will have a video up on YouTube of him in some PvE content probably within 30 minutes of him coming out, and then after that I will be doing some PvP with him, and then I will give a general overview of whether newer players should pull him. Okay, this is a 21 speed possibility. Come on, nice, let's go. There's our 720 speed piece for this crafting session so far. So if you look at that, this is basically a perfect piece of gear. We have 21 speed, crit sets solid for a lot of speed characters, and I know you're seeing health and effect res, but we are going to go ahead and lock it. And since this is going to be a damage dealer piece, since it's on crit set, sometimes you have to just make broken set work. But with this, it's going to be 21 speed, 7 crit damage, 5 HP, and we are going to change this to crit chance. We want to use a purple gem eventually, but for just the sake of getting the gear to where the gear optimizer I use reads it better, I'm just going to change it for now. This 3 can go all the way up to 6 by using a green one of these. So this is a very solid piece of gear. But that we are rolling 20 speed pieces like every very consistently on this account, which is cool. Okay, but I am so far behind on chat, I'm sorry. But Kefnet, again, thank you for becoming a member, supporting the YouTube streaming journey. What type of character is best to focus for gearing for RTA? I just released videos on that. If you check out my channel, I give a like baseline of the type of characters you need, the roles to fill for those, or for getting into RTA, draft order, things like that. And I have examples of each character and how many you need to build on a notepad at the end of the video. You can watch that for an easier explanation without me having to do another 10-minute explanation for it. You chase like amulets or rings with flat sets, like flat defense, or only flat attack. You chase speed on anything that has speed. If it's speed set with 1 speed, it can still be a 21 speed piece. So as a new player, it is worth at least taking it to +3. And if it doesn't roll speed, then you can get rid of it. But a 1 speed set piece could end up being a 21 speed set piece, which is amazing. So it's always worth gambling on them. $500k claws, house saving. They saved up a ton of materials. How much are you spending to get 500k claws? This is just about playtime. It's not about how much they spent. This person just played for a very long time and saved. And it's not my account. I'm doing account work for somebody else. I just figured doing a crafting session could be beneficial for people, so that whenever I get good pieces of gear, really good piece of gear they can see. Like, it'll be kind of bad because I throw away a lot of gear that you guys could keep right now, but when you see me get a good piece and I can explain why it's good, hopefully it'll start sticking. It's current, or dude, I'm so far behind. Oh my god, wait, see, I am literally like 10 minutes behind the chat. Holy cow. How long have you been saving these materials? This is like a 2-year saving stretch, I think. 2 years of not doing mini crafts. Anyone getting lucky in his friend 10 summons? I've gotten nothing as well. I've been super unlucky. Another one. What's up, Kaiju, by the way? Sorry if I didn't say hi yet. Have you talked about as Makalis teams in a vid? I show how to clear it once. A13 isn't something you need to farm. I have a feeling you're seeing one-shot teams and you want to go build a one-shot team. If you want to, it wastes a lot of resources to get the one-shot team set up to get the rage gear from A13. I'm gonna roll this just because it's very high. It's 1 off max. If you rolled this on a new account, this would be huge. It's very high rolled, but he does not need it, so I am selling it. But I have talked about beating it one time to clear the Adventures Path Challenge, but overall for farming it, I have not given consistent teams yet. We will go, after we get our RTA teams like kind of set up, at least our core RTA team set up while still having Wyvern and like a Banshee slow clearing, or some people did do the one-shot Banshee team. Then we're going to go back and do the rest of the PvE content, setting up labs and all our Labyrinth teams for Hell Lab and Nightmare Lab. So that will be probably next week is when I'll have the videos up for that. And then I still need to do the Abyss videos. You finished all the hunt challenges? Okay, so where do you feel like you're stuck on, Judius? I don't know if I'm going to see your response, but hopefully I do. But where do you feel that you're stuck on trying to fix your account? Is it just a gear problem? Are you summoning too much? Summoning too much on an account because you see limited characters and you're worried you're not going to get them. That is what kills players' accounts. Spending all resources on summons. Any reason why you're selling instead of extracting? Yes. So here, if I were to extract a piece of gear, whenever you only need to extract so much, guys. Once you have so much extraction, you do not need to extract anymore. So see, on his account, he has thousands of all of these. So you only need to extract enough gear to where you can use your blue box equipment conversions, and then you want to trade in for charms every week. After that, you don't need to extract anymore until the next week when you need to utilize your equipment conversions. Day 5 and so far, I've got Shoes, Zeo, Tama from the gacha. That is insane. That's super good luck. About to build my water team. We're kind of late, but it's probably okay. No, you're fine. You don't have to play. The guide is set up in days, parts. It's not supposed to be days. So if you look at it as days, it's not great. I definitely, when I remake the guide at the beginning of next year, I'm going to label everything parts. I'm going to have checklists on what to do each day, and then a checklist at the beginning of the video of what to have done before starting this part of the guide. It's going to be so much better. But the guides right now are working, but I want to streamline them and make them just super easy to follow for anyone who wants to get into the game. But yeah, look at the guides as parts, not days. I see, I've said that like 100 times in the guides, but I still see people saying they're like, I feel so far behind because of the day thing. In the guide series, I do not finish everything on the day that I say in there. That account, because I can't play it, it's not the only account I play. I'm so far behind on it. How detrimental is pitying early on? I had 1,200 bookmarks and had to pity on new account down to 630. Who did you summon on in pity? Pitying sucks, but it happens. That's why you never want to summon on a banner unless you have 600 bookmarks. What speed should I aim for when speed chasing? It just depends on how fast your account. So as a newer player who doesn't have speed yet, you can be getting pieces that are like, say if it's speed set, you can go all the way down to like a 13 speed piece on speed set. Could be great for you until you replace it later. So you just need to get at least some pieces above 10 speed at first on speed set. If they're on other sets, be a little bit more picky. Like if you don't have anything fast for that, try to go 12 speed. And if it's 12 speed, it's usable, but eventually you'll get better gear and upgrade it. But at the beginning, you're gonna have to just take some lower speed things. So there is no like set low number. It's just you need to set a number for yourself and just stay consistent with that. So like this, say you have 10 speed as your minimum. A piece like this you could roll into once. If it, or like that's a mineral, never mind, that's not going to be a good example. But it had kind of substat synergy. It had speed and crit damage and speed and defense. Both could be used on different styles of characters, depending on no matter how it rolled. Let's see if we can get a better example. So here's one that this could be like a good debuffer piece. So even though it rolled 5 here, since it has all synergistic substats, because this could be used on like Angel, Vite, Angelica, or debuffer, you can keep rolling it, and if it were to hit speed here and hit only once, even if it just goes to like 9 speed after Reforge, it's still a speed set 9 speed piece that can round out a set. That way, if you end up getting like an 18 speed crit chance piece that has terrible substats, you can mix it with that speed set. So speed set's the most important one you want to get speed on. Hopefully I'm explaining this up. I'm trying to answer 900 million questions at once. I apologize. That's double min rolled. This is a piece of gear that if you're a new player, you keep rolling. Even though it just double min rolled into this, it's going to be a solid piece. That went to +6. It wasn't just +3. Milim can do Golem, yes. Like, how many people are in here? Almost 200. Why do I feel so overwhelmed right now? Normally I don't feel like this overwhelmed. Yo, Mr. Mike, the Spectre team need effectiveness in RTA? No. Any damage dealers are not going to need effectiveness in RTA. Just, that is one thing to learn really quick. So when you are rolling damage gear for your RTA PvP characters, you do not need effectiveness on it. Okay, that is one early thing that most players mess up on, because they see debuffs on their characters like Ran or Spectre Tenebris, stuns and poisons, those kind of things. Those characters, if you are playing PvP, do not need effectiveness. You want all of their stats to be in either damage or bulk. So that effectiveness roll, if you already have all damage substats, you want it to be in either HP percent or defense percent, so your damage characters can have a little survivability. But effectiveness is always a wasted stat on like crit chance, crit damage characters in RTA. There's some exceptions like Faithless Lidica, but the general damage dealer does not need effectiveness in RTA. All right, last chest I'm going to do, and we're going to switch to another type of piece. I'm sick of doing chests. Guys, I'm going to miss every question. Every time I hit or like scroll down a little bit, it skips like 10 comments. Because none of these questions are like quick answers. How about Karina? Karina's amazing. No, well, are you talking about for Wyvern? Karina's not amazing for Wyvern. I mean, she might work as a front tank for Wyvern. No, because she's defense scaling. I don't think she'd be very good. So like this piece has effectiveness, speed, and crit damage. So you would think like maybe a damage dealer could use this. This would be a PV only piece, and he does not need any PV only pieces. It's account work. Yeah, this account work for another person is not. But or if anyone is willing to like the stream, it would help me out a lot. So this stream will probably get pushed out to a ton of people because it is a crafting session. So the more people that like it, the more it helps me, or it helps like the YouTube algorithm to suggest the video to more people. There's some effectiveness barrier which Asaria is running around. Like I said, there's some exceptions, but the general rule is you do not want to force that. This can be 19 speed on hit set. Like this could be a piece for Faithless Lidica, for example. Or what are some other damage dealers like that? Okay, it did not get it. But on a new account, this would be a great piece. So this is going to be 14 speed, right? Is this 14 speed? I think it's 14 speed. So with this being 14 speed on hit set, with effectiveness, you change the crit chance to crit, or either defense percent or HP percent. And this is going to be a great debuffer piece. Sadly, too tired to stay. So good night, everyone. All right, good night, Sanity. Sorry if you asked anything. But Judius gear problem is a huge issue. I have most of the limited stuff. See, that's the problem. You spent too much on summoning limited characters and things because you were like the FOMO of missing out on characters baited you into summoning characters you could not use. There's no reason to summon characters in this game too early if you do not have the gear for them. They're going to do nothing for you, and that's what this game gets all like newer players with. And then newer players end up at a spot where they can't progress their account, and most end up quitting. That is really rough. I have like 10k Skystones to use. Do you think I should use them for farming mats or for summoning? I have a lot of characters. I don't think it's enough. So I always suggest to save at least 6k Skystones always, just in case a character comes up that you know you're going to be able to gear and use. If you have at least 6k Skystones, if you play for the full month between all the free bookmarks and everything, you will have enough. Not the full month, the full 2 weeks of banners around. You will have enough to pull them, most likely. So you can use some Skystones for farming mats. You just have to decide on that. Once you start getting into content where you need another character, that's when you have to start deciding. How long did it take to farm all that? This is like 2 years of farming Wyvern materials, I believe. You just treat that as a C, so reading everything will... It's just YouTube stream chat is not as good as Twitch. Like, just the way it scrolls is hard for me to, like, keep up with. I don't know. If I scroll up to read a question, scroll back down, it jumps really far. So that is why I'm struggling to read it. Do you say it's a big mistake crafting for a specific character over crafting? Like you're doing, you can craft for a specific character, but the problem is if you're crafting for a specific character, you are going to end up blindly missing other pieces of gear that are good because you'll have one character in mind. But if that's how you have to learn how to craft, guys, you can mess up crafting all you want. Like, it's not a big deal. You can end up selling pieces that could have been good on characters. Everyone does it. We all did it. So I wouldn't worry about making mistakes during crafting. You got to learn somehow. And if your way of learning is knowing the piece of gear you're going for and crafting, just try to keep an eye out for other pieces that look good, and then you can ask on them, whether it's in Discord or wherever. But I casually playing it for over a year. LO just fairly casually though. Yeah, it's just, if you're saying you have all the limits, that means that's where all your resources went, was to summoning characters. And that's the trap that most players fall into. That's what I'm trying to say. New raids in D2. Wait, Destiny 2 has new raids. Also, I'm getting tired, so I'm also going to go. All right, Kefnet, thank you again for all the support. But yeah, I heard about there's a new Destiny thing that came out. A lot of my friends play D2. I can see there's a blue piece on that account. Consider invest in blue gear. No, this is an old account. Old accounts, blue gear was actually viable for us in the past. New accounts, blue gear does not have the same viability. I actually have a gray piece of gear on my main account. The game has changed a lot, so if you see old players' accounts like this, you will notice they have some weird looking things. I'm gonna roll this in case I rolled super high effect res. There's a couple of characters that I could make that work on that he has. I don't think he has the gear for yet. Alright, so I was gonna be done with chest. I'm done with chest. This is possible banger piece. Not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. Very good. Okay, that's solid. You should try slow mode for chat. The thing is, it's not the same people typing, so slow mode doesn't even help. Slow mode is just there to keep people from spam messaging. So the fact that we just have so many different people talking, that's where it's hard. Who are your favorite 3-star units? Like you'd focus first? All of them in the guide series. Falconer, Clary, Adventurer, Raz, Arrowwell. The characters I tell you to build in guide series is going to be my characters that I answer for this. All right, so I'm going to try to just... Do you mean people should be spending Skystones with stamina instead of summons? I'm sitting at 750 leaves. Well, you should be spending your leaves. That's where your main problem is. All of those leaves should be spent. Leaves are given to you to progress your account. But yeah, you should probably be spending maybe either some Skystones for stamina or should be refreshing shop to get bookmarks versus buying bookmarks straight out of... like where you spend 950 Skystones for 10 bookmarks or whatever. That is something you want to avoid doing always. It's always better to refresh. Holy minerals. Is it worth buying the current Destro set? Yes, the current Destro set for Arena is all insane. It is a very, very good set of gear. Can Clary be used for Wyvern tank? No, Wyvern tank is all blue characters unless you have General Purgus or you are one-shotting. But no, Wyvern needs to be all blue characters. Then refresh, got nerfed though. By the way, did you go over modifying for the guide? I don't think so. I'm going to be doing another like little session as we are trying to gear our RTA units. Because last session was just like trying to get a couple pieces of gear to basically like just see how crafting works. The next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a lot better info in, and then I will show all of that. Like modifying gear, what's the best things to modify, what not to modify, like that kind of thing. That will be, I'd want to farm Wyvern for at least a couple more days before I do that, so it won't be for a few days. By General Purgus. General Purgus is a character that pushes up your team. Honestly, he's fallen off. He's not as good of a Wyvern front tank as he used to be because Mui exists in the game. But General Purgus used to be one of the best, if not the best, Wyvern front tank. And he still is good. But he's not necessary in any way, but he's like the only non-blue character that you would use for general farming Wyvern. Wyvern one-shots are typically Sinful Angelica is your front character. How long does it take to get 200 great runes from altar? If you farm at reset of your server today, we have rune buff again, and that takes like, it doesn't take much at all. Hard select Challenger 5. Any meta teams you recommend? Challenger 5 and what? RTA or Arena? It is a very different thing. And the thing is, you are not going to be able to beat all teams with one team most likely unless you're an in-game player that can just kind of gear carry. Whenever you're climbing from Challenger to Champion Arena for the first time, the only things that really allow you to use the same team every time is if you have there's certain cleave setups that work pretty easily. It's Arena. So the thing is, Arena, going from Challenger to Champion is very hard. Usually you're going to have to get different, use different teams for literally every fight. Holy shit, Stallion for W13 Rim must be insane. Trying to build it with my damage is so bad. You've seen the stats on mine, haven't you? It's my Rim is insane. For the Forge event, is a good idea for me to switch right now and get a pen item for Stene and get another pen item for her when the crafting event. I have a speed item and Forge event right now. Either one works. You don't have to use penetration set on Stene. The problem is using penetration set on Stene, you need your other gear to have rolled very high in like crit chance and overall rolls. That's one thing I'm going to try to tell you guys early too, is if your other gear isn't good, trying to force pen set or torrent set too early on an account is not worth it. Have I tried out new character Veronica yet? No, I have not, sadly. I don't know if I even will at this point. I'm already so late to it. And the thing is, Veronica is really only usable if you have her imprints, and I'm not summoning right now, so I have no way to get Veronica. Why am I still crafting chests? All right, I gotta upgrade these and remember to stop crafting chests. Thoughts on Inos 2.0? She's good. Hazel, you're gonna use, Hazel is gonna be used for beating Zeo if you're following my guide. Phyllis, and then Leica, I heard is deaf. Lilka? Lilka, is that the 3-star? You do the Tree of Genesis side quest stuff? Episode 5, yeah, that's how you get her. Veronica imprints come from episode 5. Oh, you get the imprints from episode 5 too? You don't have to summon for it? So is she just like a free character that isn't in Covenant Summon? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even look at her because I didn't care. I didn't care too much about her. I figured I'd learn about her over time. She looked like a cleaving unit, and I hate cleaving. Is my speed items right now, because at least that way, yeah. So the thing is, with doing speed set, it's just always safe, guys. If you're ever curious on like crafting events or things like that and don't know exactly what to take, if you take a speed piece of gear, you're never going to be sad you took a speed piece of gear. It'll be fine. She's 100% free. That's actually cool. Okay, thank you for telling me, because I haven't had a chance to go do that stuff yet. I'm so far behind on everything. There just hasn't been an opportunity for me to go do it. She's not even in the summoning pool? Okay. Okay, well that's very good to know. That will save me from answering questions wrong in the future if I get asked about her. Also, I know 2.0 how to just answer that, Patrick. So I really really want to get like a 25, 26 piece of gear. I haven't gotten one on any account I've done. I've got a ton of 24s, but hitting that 25 mark has been super, super hard. Is only Light Aiden viable for characters you get from story? Light Aiden, oh, of all the Aidens, that's probably what you're asking. Light Aiden's the best. Light Aiden is insane. She's used in the highest level of PvP by all players. Finally beat episode 4, been putting out for a long time, but since ML selective requires me to beat episode 4, I had a legit reason to do it. Yeah, that's a lot of people. So I made a Zeo clearing guide, and it didn't do super well the first couple days. It did this average of all my other videos. But then once they released that you had to beat 4, 10, 10 for Zeo, my video spiked. It started getting like 1,000 views a day. From there, it was getting like 300 views a day, and then once they announced that, it went up to 1,000. It was really funny. Yeah, green one can be used in Banshee, but your overall, you just want to make Light Aiden, and then that's it. Once you get Light Aiden, you just use other characters. Light Aiden's just too good in all forms of PvP, and she's free. So getting a free character that's better than almost all ML5s is insane. Does Aiden's challenges stay after changing elements? Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I mean, nothing changes with that. Son Goku, what's up? Should I get a LHC piece from crafting event blazing FTW? You can, yeah. The rest of the gear is good besides neck. All right, Patrick, I've just said like 4 times. I already answered that. I just answered that. I'm not answering it again, you turd. You put that in the chat 4 times and I already answered it. Saw a video of someone beating Zeo with A-Raz, Cigarette, Vivian, and Aiden with pretty free gear. Yeah, I saw. That's the newest thing. You guys are killing me tonight. So this is why, like, once you get to a certain size as a streamer, the only things you read are donations. Because this is frustrating. I miss it, bro. I'll answer it again. Inos 2.0 can be good in PvP. Hazel is PvE character. You're going to want to build her for Zeo if you're following my guide. And then I don't know what Lilka is. I don't know if she's anything, but Phyllis can be good for some content too. Phyllis is a decent specialty change. There's your answer. But yes, Hazel is for Zeo, and then we're going to use her maybe in some Hell Raid stuff. The better to sell extract now. As new players, you're going to want to extract almost everything at first, because you're going to be wanting to buy the charms from Alchemist Steeple. Please check her out. Lilka, she's a 3-star character with terrible base stats. 3-star characters in this game that don't have a specialty change, their base stats are too low to really put any effort into them. That's something that's, whenever you see a 3-star character with a good kit, you are just sitting and waiting until they get a specialty change to upgrade their stats to where they're at least a 4-star character. 3-star characters' base stats are horrendous in this game. The only characters that are 3 stars that, I mean, the only one I can think of off the top of my head that works well is Mursa, and that's because she has dodge chance. What about Eden? Eden's a good one too. So Eden can work, but almost all speed over CR and C damage. I mean, you want a mixture. Don't at me. I spend 900 Skysons to get Alexa's SC. All right, we have a whale in chat. Exfilo, she buffs and debuffs. Lilka, the 3-star character. I mean, she could work, but at that point, just build Carmen Rose and get the specialty change Carmen Rose. She's probably way better for any content like that. Wait, why do I have this piece of gear? Tristan Will recommended her just recently for a low-cost, easy build for Expo. Okay. I mean, I haven't looked into it at all. If Tristan says it, Tristan's one of the best, like, most trustworthy in info from people. Tristan loves Epic 7, so I always trust his like judgment on things. So if Tristan says it, I'll agree. I'll look into it because I do not know. She's real good in Blue Expo. Okay. Are you just speed chasing with these pieces? Not always speed chasing. Speed chasing is the first priority, but if we get a piece with good substats, then we're gonna roll it. It's just very rare that you get one like this. It's crit set on attack. It's already bad. On attack percent, it has speed, it has defense and effect res. There's just not a whole lot we would do with this ever. So It is rolling reasonably high, so you could roll this, but like, let's sit for a second. What's a character this could be used on? It could be a broken set piece for a character, but as an in-game player, you really aren't looking for broken set pieces anymore. He already has the broken set stuff. So once you get to a certain point in the game, you don't really look for these kind of things because you're just gonna have better. 17 speed is great for a new player. So if you're a new player watching this, some of the gear I'm getting rid of, you definitely could be using, like this piece. It has all synergistic substats. It's not the greatest rolled, and it is flat HP versus HP percent, but if it were to roll decently high, it already min rolled. But if this were to roll decently high in either HP or defense, it'd probably be very usable. But it rolled flat and low, so this, I wouldn't probably take it as a new player either, but every time I try to show a piece that could possibly be usable, it doesn't become usable. But speed is just insane. Like chasing speed is never a bad idea. So this piece could still be 17 speed. I'm not sure what his crit chance next look like. It could technically be 18. Should we gamble? I like, he has so many resources, we're able to gamble on pieces like this that aren't great, but this could roll 5 and could be 18 speed at the end. An 18 speed with all damage subs and change the defense to effectiveness could be used on Flitica. So this has potential still. Normally, as a player, like free-to-play player, these are the kind of things that you don't gamble on, because if it rolls bad, you just wasted a lot of resources. But for them, since they saved up so long, they can take these gambles and possibly get a few extra pieces out of it. And it didn't go. Okay, so this piece is overall pretty bad. It's pretty bad, right? The flat attack plus the attack percent, that's like, yeah, it's really bad. There's no way it's usable in PvP, and you don't need crit chance in PvE for almost anything. Say you good for new players? I would say no. I can look at his kit again. He's not good for old players, that's for sure. But new players, I doubt he's very usable. The thing is, a lot of you guys will be able to, if you like a character, you can make them work. And I'm going to be doing a video similar to that soon, where I have one friend who makes a lot of kind of weird builds on his characters, and he always does really well in all content, like all RTA. He does good in Guild Wars. And I want to do a video over his account just to show you guys that you don't have to follow the exact meta builds, but before you start doing like offset builds, you got to have an understanding of the game. But it just shows that there can still be fun and uniqueness to your builds on characters. He has like there's a character called Edward that's generally built at 200 and like 200 speed, I would say is average. He has a 285 Edward for against people who are trying to cleave him. But Patrick, would that be good for like Fagner Clary with defense break? Those of you guys are helping answer questions in the chat, thank you. All right, now I have a chance, I'll catch up on chat. Slowing down. Should I be speed chasing if I like playing slower comps? You should always chase speed to an extent. So if you have a piece with speed, you want to always +3 it. And then if it doesn't roll, you just get rid of it. The charm loss for +3ing a piece, or like resource loss, is very minimal. So it's always worth doing, because even if you are a slower player, right now, if you're playing PvP and you don't have anything fast, you are going to struggle heavily. You need at least one speed contester, usually 2, but you want one very fast character. It will help you actually be able to get to play the game, because early RTA is a lot of cleavers who do not understand the game very well, and they're just watch a YouTuber. They've been playing for a long time. They watch a YouTuber do it. They go in, they're just clicking random buttons basically. They don't know what to do in different situations, and you'll still lose to those kind of players if you cannot contest them at least a little bit. Because as a new player, you will not have all the counter picks for each different style of tank down. We'll be doing a guide about exclusive equipments and which are at the top priority. I mean, I kind of already am, Shen, whenever I'm showing. So Shen, did you see my fire video where I covered all fire characters? Or not all, but a good majority of the fire characters. If you saw that, or if you see that video, I'd show all the exclusive equipments. Cleave is cringe, I hate Cleave. That game of best hard content needs some speed too, yes. Yes, if you do not have speed, the in-game content will be very hard for you. Ooh. I mean, I'm gonna roll this piece. It has potential to go. It doesn't have speed, but it has 3 synergistic substats, so But yeah, so in that video, I show the exclusive equipments I use and kind of talk about them for each character. And it's timestamped so you can go to each different character that you want to see. I'm going to be making one of those videos for every single element. How long does it take for your free-to-play account to reach champion? I did it on the other account and I mean, technically 40 days of playing. So 40 days of a new account free-to-play, you can get champion. But on that account, I did get a couple ML5s, so I did get somewhat lucky. But with a little luck, you can do it within like 30 days. The thing is, Master RTA to Champion RTA isn't much different. The only time RTA really changes is from Champion to Emperor and then Emperor to Legend. And it's not even Emperor to Legend, it's like top 250 Emperor to Legend are all the most consistent players. Below that are people who aren't as consistent. But the game doesn't really change from Masters to Champion. You can still draft the same. There'll be a couple stronger players, but generally everyone is still around the same like drafting level. Should I sell or extract my usable Wyvern gear? Probably extract. The only reason I'm not extracting is because this account has infinite extracting materials. So there's no reason for me to extract on this account. But as a newer player, you're going to want to... So guys, if you're curious about it, I'm going to answer it one more time. For extractions, you're going to have blue boxes and you're going to have your extracting things here. If you have any of these, you want to utilize them, meaning that if you have a crit damage piece, then you want to extract your Wyvern speed or crit set pieces to use this. Then from there, once you use all these and then use your blue boxes as new players, you're going to be wanting to get attack, crit damage, and speed mostly. These are going to be the main things you're going to be wanting to get. Eventually, you're going to be wanting to get some HP, necklaces, and rings, and some Effectros rings. And then, but those will come over time. So once you clear out all of those, the only other thing you need to do with your materials are trade in for these every week. Once these are traded in and you've used all your things, you don't need to extract anymore. But this is a weekly thing, so you need to make sure you extract enough and have enough extra extractions to get this every week. Because this is more value to buy these than selling your equipment. Alright, that will hopefully be the best I can answer that for a while. Wait, does he have an EXP gear booster? No, he doesn't. Okay, thank goodness. What am I doing? What was I crafting? Necklaces? Guess I was crafting necks? No, I was crafting helmets, but I didn't go and clean up the necks yet. That's what it is. For the extraction stones, should you only use left side stones for the charms and save all your right side stones? So, it doesn't really matter. You want to save your right side stones mainly, especially speed and crit set for at first. But all hit set right side stones you can throw into extraction. Or throw into the charm thing. But for speed and crit set, you'll want to keep a bunch of those. I pulled Maid Chloe, but not Destina, so should I build Maid Chloe or pull for Destina? But you can try to use Maid Chloe in Destina's place. I don't think Maid Chloe is as good as Destina is overall, but Maid will fill that role. You don't need to do pull an extra character for now. You'll get Destina probably over time, not even pulling for her. Well, you definitely will if you keep playing. You guys will end up with basically all characters, just from like the free tickets the game gives and things like that. Kaiju, how does one effectively use 700 Leaf? Been playing on and off for a year, asking for a friend with an old account. They need to make sure they have their Wyvern team established. So if I was a player with 700 Leafs, the first thing I would do if you're trying to fix an account, I would go and burn 200 Leafs in unrecorded history. And then after that, after burning 200 Leafs in unrecorded history, you'll have enough to make a bunch of 6 stars. You'll have a bunch for Catalyst. So then that gives you the materials that you can go back and you can build some of the characters that are currently needed. Because if they took a break or haven't been playing and need to fix their account, they're going to be a little bit behind on like the newer meta characters or like characters that got buffed. And from there, you still have 500 Leafs. Then that's where I would go maybe farm some runes if you need them, but mostly use that in hunts to get the gear. And I would mostly do Wyvern for that. At least 300 Leafs on Wyvern. You can save 200 Leafs from there. But then you'll do a big crafting session. You'll gear some of the characters that you just 6-starred to clear whatever content or get into PvP. But that is how I would handle 700 leaves, like as a returning account or player on an account. Was it helmets? It was helmets. I was right. What are some core lab heroes? Lorena. Champions Rado is like only places lab. Kayron actually has good lab morale. What else do we have? I mean, the core ones at the beginning, you can use literally anything. Have you used the lab morale calculator from the guide series I did? You can type in all your characters and it'll give you the best lab team you can make. And if you're talking about doing raid in lab, it is a bit different. You will need specific teams to clear those bosses. But if you're talking about just general lab, like clearing Malachus Consciousness, Nixie Sanctum, those things, then you just literally put all your characters that you have geared into the lab morale calculator and let it calculate for you. Talking about raids. Okay, raids we're gonna have to make specific teams for. Well, kind of. Most of the regular, I mean, all the regular ones are easy. You can literally bring Shu, Spectre Tenebria, Raz, and Tamarin. You can clear all of them. And then the only thing is you switch Spectre Tenebria out for the bottom right boss, the Jewel Leaf Council. Switch Spectre Tenebria out for like Commander Lorena. You just need 2 characters that don't debuff, and you'll be able to beat it. Don't stress about morale. Yeah, I mean, having more morale is better, because the more morale you burn, the more right side gear charms you get. So morale is nice. You don't have to stress about it, but if you put the effort in and get an extra 15 morale a day by making it or picking a team that's better and know what to do your camping stories, it could end up being a bunch of extra charms over a month period. So okay, guys, I'm going to pause for a second. Your voice is so soothing, no homo. It's my mic, it's not my voice. I just don't talk like, when it's late at night here, I try to talk with like a lower tone so that my voice doesn't carry, because my general voice carries everywhere. Especially if I'm talking like my normal talk. Even this voice is probably, it carries through walls. I don't know what it is about the tone of it, but send a VM for proof? What do you mean VM? If you go watch me on Twitch, roommate getting all sassy? No. I live in their house, so if I ever keep them up, they just tell me, and then I never stream at that time again. So, but no, it's their house. If I'm annoying them, then I will do everything to stop annoying them as soon as I can. I try to be the best roommate possible. I feel bad because I had a dish that I used to cook steak on the other day, and I left it up there, and I remembered it when I came back in my room before I started streaming, and I feel bad just for leaving something out. I try to be the best roommate I possibly can, because they are giving me a very good deal to live here right now. I know they don't care, but I like it to be where they, as much as I can do to where they don't really notice that I'm here. That is the best roommate. The roommate that you don't even know is living with you most of the time, or forget that they're there. That's what I want to be. I strive to be that. But Thang, that is, I'm not sure how to say your name. Is it Tongwin? Is it Thangwin? Tongwin? I'm not sure how to say your name. Hopefully I'm close. But that is huge that you burn that much. The more you burn, the happier you'll be. I don't think there's ever an amount of unrecorded history you could farm and be sad about. For Hell Raid, the one-shot team for all is Champ Z, Ed, Tam, or Rwana. Yeah, most people won't have Ed though, and a lot of people won't have Champ Z as well, which kind of sucks. That is good, it's good, right? Yeah. Laptop is probably screaming at you. Why? Be an R MILF? What is an R MILF? What are you trying to say here? You think it's okay for me to just farm unrecorded and 6 hours much character that I want before playing RTA? You do want to farm a lot. You want as many 6 stars as you can get. We're going to RTA. This piece is looking okay. Pretty good. That's not good, but it can still change to what, 13 attack? This max roll is solid. Okay, that's not what we wanted. So see, this is the kind of piece. He put out a pay pig video. What's the value of the $100 pack? What do you mean? I mean the value of a $100 pack, the current one. $100? I don't know. Please rephrase your question. Are you wanting to know if it's good value or not? In comparison to other packs, it is technically okay value. It's above average because it's in a collaboration pack. But I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. What type of characters should I focus on gearing in RTA first? I'm kind of stuck. Arashi, did you see the video that I made yesterday? It has like 9,000 views or 8,000 something views. It's the part 19 of the new player guide. It will answer those questions the best that I can answer them. So this is a piece of gear though. Guys, this would not be, you do not want this for PvP. Okay, so see it rolled effectiveness. A lot of you are probably thinking, oh, this piece looks good. $200 pack LML for 1 ML5. You get some other stuff with it too, but it's just, in my opinion, I'm not buying that pack. But like this piece of gear, you would think it looks okay, but you do not want this. This would only be usable in PvE. I don't know a PvP character that would be able to use this piece of gear effectively. Instead, I tried Shua's, my tank for Wyvern 13, and I'm getting 15 out of 15, 3x. If your Shua's tanky enough, Bennigan's, it'll work. Guys, curse, I've only pulled on Tam and Rowan. I pitied both. Brandon Lee, that's sometimes how it goes. Your luck will turn around eventually. All right, Cat, what are you doing, chubby? You want to fight, big guy? You want to fight? Give me 1 sec. I'm battling a 30-pound cat. Chubby. Okay. I lost. Moving on. But yeah, so this is, you would want a attack percent here or an HP percent here for this to be good. Having effectiveness on your damage dealer pieces is pretty bad. I'm going to lock it just because I might build something for PvE on that because I am going to adjust some of his PvE teams because it's kind of high gear score, but overall that's not going to be a very usable piece probably at all. For PvP at least. For PvE, I mean, it rolled well. You can use it for sure. You can build something on it, but... All right, no matter what, we're going to +9, so we'll just upgrade. Ooh, speed chance, 21 speed? No. It's hit set with that. We don't really want it. So this piece has to roll some speed. Ooh, that's 2 max rolls, so hold on, we'll go. Please roll speed. It's all max rolls. But, well, it's not max rolls here, but it's rolled all max, and there's not max. I mean, this is a pretty high gear score piece. What could I use this on, though? If it goes 10 speed, or if it goes 4 speed here, it could be 12 speed. With pretty... Okay, we gotta risk it. It's super high score. It didn't get it. Another piece that's 84, we'll lock it. It's close to 100 after Reforge. Don't know if I'll find a use for that or not. How do you have 15k powders? Selling gear. This is I'm doing account work for somebody. This can go 10, 14, 18 crit set. Synergistic subs though, it could work. And it's not gonna work. Okay, so that is a purple piece of gear now. That piece would be good though, for you guys watching that are a new player. That piece you would have kept going on. It had all synergistic subs. You would be able to use it. Selling gear on craft, yes, that is where you get the charms from selling your gear. And like this piece of gear, if you're a new player, you would keep rolling this. It will end up working for a lot of your characters. You got to be less picky. If you have a piece with 3 synergistic substats like that on a new account, you got to be less picky so you can get more characters geared. But you got to build him hella good for PvP. He's a speed imprint and assassination characters. Which character? Sorry. Oh, Assassin Cully, yeah. Or did you either talk about Assassin Cully or you said? Oh, I need the conversion for weekly charms for now? Yeah. If you need the conversions, do get the conversions. The weekly charms are better value than these little things. So always make sure you do the weekly conversion and Alchemist Steeple for charms first. I'm so unfortunate I'm beating Yulha because my Senny and supporter Senny died because my Raz proc a dual attack twice on his S1. Ouch. There are some bosses that are gonna be kind of hard. So if we get the reset gems, does it return the charm used? No, it doesn't. All the charms used into it go to waste. You don't get a refund. So using a reset stone basically costs a ton of resources. Your Abyss Guide video is only until 85, right? Yes, I know I need to work on those. I know, trust me. If you guys knew how much I'm trying to balance right now, I know you're not saying anything about I need to get it done, but I will be making my Abyss videos up to 100. And then later I'll do more, but for right now the goal is just to get everyone to 100. But guys, Abyss takes a while, and I have not had a period of 3 hours to do Abyss. I want to sit down because it's not just clearing Abyss, I gotta make the video. Do you get the accessory charms? The cost is higher? Yes, accessory charms are the most valuable one to get. You get accessory charms first each week, no matter what. Please go 15. Please go 15. Please go 15. It can still be 18 speed. It can still be 18 speed. Speed set 18 speed. I'm doing it. He has the resources. We can gamble on this. It can still be speed set 18 speed with 2 perfect subs. And it was not worth it. I'm going to lock it, but that sucked. If you can't be in Abyss floor, just then put Kiris on it. I mean, definitely helps. There's no boss in the story. I can't choose by begging for help in E7 Discord for supports. Yeah. You can all, like, even my Discord, I don't know if you're talking about the official E7 Discord or mine. The official Epic 7 Discord hates my guide series, but they keep telling people I'm bricking, their accounts are bricked from following my guides and stuff, and there are people who haven't even beat Zeo trying to talk about that their accounts are bricked by following my guide. It's like, it's almost impossible to brick an Epic 7 account. Every character is gettable, because I told people not to get a Saria. They also hate that I'm telling you to use Crozet. But the thing is, Crozet is used on our expedition teams, our Wyvern teams, and there's actually one more use for him that I'm saving, just as like I don't know how to explain it, like a flex that we use Crozet to beat this really hard in-game content. It's gonna be really funny once a video comes out, because they keep telling everybody that Crozet's terrible, and he's not optimal, but he is optimal for getting a fast, efficient start in the game. That's what they just will not, they refuse to even consider. Nightmare? Yeah, there's a Nightmare boss we're using Crozet in. It's gonna be funny. Have I seen One Piece live action? No. Who should you use instead of Cerise for Light Expedition if you don't have the Guilty Gear artifact to put on her? Light Expedition has a billion characters you can use. The best character for Light Expedition is Specially Changed Carmen Rose, but it sucks to go build her for that. Let's go 11, 15, 18. I guess we'll see if it goes 11, but it's still not. It goes 10. 4, or it could have went 19, but now it could go 18 as effectiveness. We'll take the gamble again. He's got the resources. Go 18. Nope. I am selling this one though, for sure. I've been fighting support model Brightness for so long. Whose idea was it to make her continuously refresh her stealth and skill nulls? Are you using Spectre Tenebria? Alright, but real quick, anyone who's watching the stream, if any of you are willing to like the stream, there are 229 of you in here. We have 89 likes, so we can get to like 150. Those of you that are subbing too, if any of you haven't subbed, thank you. If anyone's willing to like it, if we can try to get that up to, all right, we already had 100. That'll help. But the more people that like the stream, the like more it gets suggested out, so it helps me later. Good evening. Regarding Crozet, would you imprint Ice Version or Troublemaker Crozet? Free summon. I got 4 of them. You don't need to imprint regular. You could just imprint the other version. But everyone who just liked it, thank you. You notice there's a like thing for live streams. Yeah. I to be honest, I didn't even really notice it was, or know it was a thing until someone told me to. There was a viewer in here. They told me to start asking people to like the stream because it'll suggest it out to more people. Get this guy out of the renter situation. I'm gonna be in the renter situation probably for a long time. Even though it won't be here, like after so long of being here, I'll move out to another place, but buying a house is absurd. Like I don't see how it would be possible. I would have to have like $100,000 to put down up front on the house. And that is a lot of money. If I pulled Zeo, can I use him to replace F. Clary as speed contester? Yes, if you pulled Zeo, Zeo is going to be a cheat code for you. It's going to make RT a lot easier for you. There are certain characters that you'll pull that will be huge. Zeo is one of them. Zeo you can build on mediocre gear and he gets a free 20% boost at the start of a match. So you just get a free ton of speed on him. But in terms of Light Expedition, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. So before I started doing the guide series, I did not care about PvE whatsoever. I only played PvP and I farmed Wyvern in the background. How do I play Epic 7 on PC? I use an emulator. So I use LD Player. So this link right here takes you to LD Player. I use LD Player 9 if you want to try it out. There are other emulators if you want to do research and see which one you want to get. But the one I suggest, LD Player 9, one, because I get like a kickback for every person who downloads it. Two, it's the emulator that I have used for 4 years of playing this game. I've tried other emulators and some of them are good. There's one called Moo Player that's really good. I don't like BlueStacks. Nox I try to avoid because of the thing that they had, like security leak at some point. Hey Deity, where are you located? I'm curious, since last time you were streaming it was like 4 a.m. my time, which is PST, in California. So I'm 2 hours ahead of you. It's currently 10 o'clock. So I don't have a sleep schedule. I literally just stay up until I am tired and then I go to sleep. So I don't have a sleep schedule. Have I tried the Google beta games? Yes, but it's too extensive on my PC. I cannot stream while having Google Play open. And like something about it, I don't know if it's too extensive or what it is, but I can't stream while playing on that. So I have to still use emulators. But yes, I did try it and it worked great. If I'm not trying to stream, it's smooth. I like it. But for me, but I also have a supercomputer, so yeah, it's super CPU heavy. Yep, that's why I don't suggest it to people, because if they don't have a really good PC, then it's probably not the best for them, to be honest. How to get 100k win E7 World Cup 2 times because the prize is 50k? Yeah, but to win that, all you have to do is, if you spend 100k to win the first 50k, then you could then win the second 50k. So for the mere investment of $100,000, you could probably easily win back at least 30k. So you're only 70,000 in the hole before taxes. I run 2 accounts at once, so I don't. So I just stuck with LD. I run multiple accounts at once, all the time. Do I play any other games? I play Apex Legends. In terms of, I played Honkai Star Rail for a while, but once I started the new player guide on Epic 7, I have no other time for any other things. How long have I played E7? Since launch. I mean, a little bit after launch, like a couple months, but essentially since launch of the game. That's how long I've played. All right, let's upgrade some gear. Do I play Valorant? I do not like Valorant. I do not like the slow-paced, not being able to move your feet while you're shooting. It takes a lot away from the game for me. The idea that you have to stop your feet for your bullets to go straight, I cannot get into it. That is the only reason. Commented for real, appreciate it by the way, no problem. Apex is fun, really like the movement, exactly. I love Apex and I love the movement Apex. The movement mechanics are sick. Oh, this piece sucks. Another 84, that is going to be too much effectiveness. I might get a PvP. No, I'm in a semi-pro Valorant player, plays for a T2 team. Oh, nice. That's sick. I don't care for it. Do I play MMOs? No, MMOs are too time. So guys, since I play video games for a living, I try to spend as much of my free time that I can not playing games, okay? So I spend too much time in front of my computer anyway. My hobbies, I try to get out of the house and do other things. So the main thing I like doing is golfing. I like being outside, I like getting away from my computer screen for a while. I like trying to get out. The only game I play for fun is Apex right now. Let's go golfing. I have a golf simulator in the house here. Like, I could stream myself golfing. Just hilarious. Golf is very fun. Do any of you guys play golf? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been tempted to make a golf channel to do on the side. Why did I +6 that? Limit to +3 it. Remember I said I was talking to the kiddo at the playing field? She won the raffle at the Fun Fly and won an RC biplane? That's sick. And do you love golf? Dude, wait, have you got to use it at all? Wait, that sounds so fun. You disc golf? Disc golf's awesome too. My brother plays disc golf. Disc golf is much cheaper than regular golf. Do you even have to pay to play disc golf, by the way? Because like anytime I go play golf, it's like minimum, I spend minimum $50. Wait, can LD player what, Patrick? A lot of you guys like golf? Let's go. Well, I may in the future do some kind of golfing thing. It won't be on this channel. It would be a whole new channel, but my roommate loves golf as well. The one that owns all the golf simulator and everything, so. Or you have to load all separate. An instance all of them? You load them all separate? No, you would have different emulators open, so you'd have a different program, a different thing of LD player open for each one. So a lot of times I'll have 4 accounts open at the same time on my PC on 4 different emulators. Yeah, golf is easy, $50 a day. Yeah, that's playing a cheap course. When we go play the nicer courses, it's way more. But that's why I haven't been able to play golf for a while. You a Tiger Woods fan? Yes, I love Tiger. Nowadays, who's my favorite golfer nowadays? I mean, I've been watching a lot of YouTube golf, so like George Bryan and Wesley Bryan on the PGA Tour. He played in one of the recent tournaments. Those are my favorite guys to watch. Well, I wish I had a golf simulator in your house. Yeah, it is sick. I don't use it as much as I should. Come winter here at MD, going to be great nights and empty courses. Yeah, winter's always the best time to play in terms of less people, but when it's cold out and you don't make perfect contact on the ball, your hands hurt. Not gonna lie, this is like a job interview, Shin. What do you mean? What, me answering questions? Yes, I will say I feel like or if you're talking about me, I feel like this interview all the time. You can download multiple games on one instance or run them all at the same time. No, you can download multiple. It's basically a phone. An emulator is just a phone, guys. So if you look, I'm emulating a cell phone. This is a Huawei phone that this one's emulating. You can change the phone that you emulate as well. If there's a certain brand you like. Is Emma Leica good? Yes, she's very good. So this is a Huawei device, technically, and it's just on my PC. You can have multiple of these open. You have the App Store. You download whatever games. I think this is Huawei. I'm not sure if that's what this emulator is, but you'll be able to just download the apps. This is what LD Player is. Actually, I'm on a Moomoo one right now. Yeah, I'm on Moomoo for this one, but LD Player is where I have like my main account. I use Moomoo for account work just to keep it separate. But normally when I'm playing, it's that. For packs of video, you recommend the rank up packs. That's great value. Second one is $70 Canadian. Celebration pack with the 5 stars is $40. And I get 2 of them. Is that more worth it? I would say I would get the celebration ones. I would get celebration ones over the rank up pack. The rank up pack 3 is the most expensive. The first rank up pack was only $30 USD, which is probably 40 Canadian then. But it is the best value. Okay, I'm asking my friend if he's still awake, because if he is, I'm gonna wrap up at the stream soon. In my country, in my country, gold is like a rich sport, or golf's like a rich sport for highly status people, so some golf places require like a couple $1,000 to be a member. Yeah, we have a golf course like that around here. There was one that my roommate was looking into that he very likely is gonna join that has like, you have to pay $10,000 just to become a member, plus like $600 a month. Golf is very expensive. So that's just how all golf courses are. Like you have your public courses that they're fun to play, and some of them can be pretty nice, but the private courses are insane. Trying to get that gold jacket, like shooter. Trying to think. Oh, I mean, I'm a big Ricky Fowler guy. Ricky Fowler was like popping off when I was in high school. But other than that. So how do you fully gear a character? You take the pieces of gear that rolled certain ways good and then put them on there. I'm not really sure. I think I know what you're trying to ask, but I'm not really sure how to explain it to you without going and doing it. So I will try. What you're asking there, I can show like my method whenever I go and do my main or my tutorial account crafting, so that you can see like how I would aim to clear or like fill out builds on characters. So just give me a couple days. I will say one thing is, guys, if you hold on to a lot of your materials, you won't regret it. Just get enough materials to or do enough crafts to extract enough to trade in for charms for now. Faster you run Wyvern, the more runs you can cram in on bonus days, the more gear you can make. Yeah, it is nice to have a faster Wyvern team, but for an early game player, it's not something I would really focus on. Ooh, this piece could be high rolled. I don't like the effectiveness on it, but... Alright, let's level these up. You say, how long does it take? So how long do you fully gear a character? Oh my god, I crafted so many. I mean, sometimes characters, if you full focus a character, you can do it pretty quickly. I'm not even gonna keep leveling that. A new player, that piece would be great, but there's nothing I'm gonna put that on. Okay. You just got Jumo scared by Sinful? Ouch. I don't know what Jumo scared is. Almost at 15k subs, by the way. I know, we are very close to 15k subs on YouTube. If any of you are watching the stream that aren't subbed to the channel yet, we are like getting close to within 50. We're getting about like 200 a day. Like I had at the beginning of last month, I had like 11,000 and we're almost up to 15. Today's Guild War is AIDS. Oh no, don't tell me that. Oh, we have week reset. My Europe server account just reset. My main account. Does it go 1220 with... Could still be okay? Nope. Why not go straight to +6 when speed checking? Because I'm not paying attention. You should just go straight to +6. Is Uniset good? Uniset can be okay. So this would be a piece you would keep as a new player, even though it didn't roll great. It's still going to be usable as a new player, and you will get better pieces later. The biggest thing as a new player you're looking for is stats that have synergy. And then you can put this on a PvP character, probably change the effectiveness to attack %, and then put it on a PvP character, and then move it down to a PvE character once you get better stuff. But the biggest thing with Epic 7 is getting a solid, good core roster of PvP characters built, even if they're not perfect, because they will still work a lot of the time. So anything 10+ speed is pretty decent to keep for a new player, yes. You kind of want to look at your other substats eventually. So once you get 10 speed on everything, then you can start saying, I'm going to only save things that get at least 12 speed. And then after that, start only saving things that get 14 speed. And just do it as like a progression thing. This min rolled, pretty low roll, 65. Here you go, 13 speed. Let's see, this one's pretty rough. This is 2 min rolls. These 3 rolls into crit damage don't even equal 2 rolls. So that is a pretty bad piece. But you would keep that as a newer player because I had all perfect subs. Should I take Celius over Hand Guy if I'm Katie's? No, Hand Guy is still better. So here's the thing. I did some RTA on Twitch today with the 30-day account challenge account, the old one. And there were people trying to pick C. Lilius, and they had him on like 220 speed. A 220 speed C. Lilius is terrible. So the thing with Mediator Cowrick, you can build him right away on free HP gear. Whereas C. Lilius, and you can build Mediator Cowrick like 190 speed and he'll work great. Whereas C. Lilius building on 220 speed is hilariously bad. So I still highly suggest just taking Mediator Cowrick. If you play the game long enough and use him enough or play enough RTA and pick him enough, you will see he is insane. Would you suggest a player to follow your guide if he had an account but never got into RTA PvP? Yeah, you can take an existing account and go back and follow the guide steps And as long as you have the same characters I have, you just find the part where you're at in the guide. So if you haven't completed all the hunt challenges, find the hunt challenges you need to complete. Like you can utilize the guide as an existing player, for sure. A lot of people have already. Guys are very helpful. Thank you very much. I think you can improve the channel by editing an attractive thumbnail. I don't have time. I know I could, and I know thumbnails would improve my videos so much, but guys, I do not have time and I do not have money to pay somebody to do it. So I know that's something I can do, but it just currently I can't. There's no way. I have so many people wanting me to work on their accounts. I need to stream on multiple platforms. I need to make the videos. I need to play the account to get to the point where I can make the videos. They're like, I am legitimately working 14 hours a day, minimum. Some days I'm doing 18 because I only slept for 4 hours. So I would love to have thumbnails, but I don't know how to get them right now without having money because I'd have to pay somebody. So you plan to play long-term? Would Celia's technically be better long-term? No, hand guy's still better. Even existing players have been playing for years that don't have any, we would still suggest Meteor Cowrick. See, they are both about the same tier, but Meteor Cowrick is just... he's just so good. I don't know how to describe this to you guys. So the problem with C. Lilius in comparison to him is C. Lilius has so many counters that she's pretty easy to play against, whereas Meteor Cowrick has less counters that hard shut him down, and he is just consistently good. One thing in the game right now is there are not any consistent cleansers. You have cleansers, but you need to build infinite effect resist on them. And by building infinite effect resist on them, you can still get hit by debuff or like characters with debuffing skills. Whereas Meteor Cowrick, you don't have to build effect res on him, and he can still just cleanse right once he gets a turn. The artifact Warhorn makes him insane, and that all players are going to have. Sharoon is good against hand guy, correct? Yes. Sharoon is very good against hand guy, but he has less counters than C. Lilius. So as a new player trying to make C. Lilius drafts, it is going to be pretty hard for you to deal with all the stuff that's going to get picked, because they're going to pick Selene, they're going to pick Polytus. There's going to be a lot of things. But no, if I had made thumbnails for all the guide series, they'd probably all have like 1,000 to 2,000 more views. Is he immune to stun and sleep debuff? Technically, yes. So you read a skill kit. Whenever he has a debuff at the beginning of his turn, if he has a if his skill 3 is on cooldown, it reduces all debuff durations by 1 turn. So if you stun him or sleep him for 1 turn, once his turn starts, he just auto cleanses it. So if they don't reset your skill 3, that means you just get to cleanse no matter what at the beginning of your turn. So he is like immune to a lot of things. So I wanted to follow your guide, but I picked Asaria for such, and that's fine. You don't have to pick Destina. You can get through with Asaria. Asaria is fine. The only thing is you will have 1 less healer option for PvP. 1 less cleanser or healer option for PvP, but Asaria is fine. You don't have to restart your count or anything. The thing is we don't use Destina really until we're in PvP anyway. We use her for a couple things that you could honestly still just use Tamarin for if you follow the guide. Wait, why is there like messages retracted? Are you guys able to delete your own messages, or is there like a moderator deleting messages? Like Mayank, your thing says message retracted. What does that mean? Did the moderator get that, or we can remember messages? Oh, okay. I was very confused by that because I was like, wait a sec. Okay, cool. Is Sharoon hard to build? No, Sharoon is actually very easy to build. That's part of why I put her into, I think I put her in S rank in my new player tier list. She is so good right now. But yo, Arvin, what's up? SS or mixed metals for weekly arena? Always Skystones. Never pick mystic metals from weekly arena. Always Skystones. Can I just dump the free HP gear on Sharoon? Basically, yeah. I mean, it won't work great. The better gear you put on her, the better it's going to work, but that would be usable. But if you're gonna put Sharoon on that kind of gear, you need Arrow Well to keep her alive, basically. Because she will be taking a ton of damage. Who can I put injury set on? Alencia, Edward. I use injury set ML Bologna. Bellion can use injury. I think Ilanev and Mort can technically use it, but I don't know how good it is. Who else can use injury? That's like the core characters that use it. What playstyles of characters? APOC Ravi counter RTA. APOC Ravi counters like heavy tank down playstyle. And APOC Ravi can help fight against cleaving playstyle, like the high damage AoE cleave kind of players. Not as good anymore, but she can still kind of do well against that. APOC Ravi has a lot of weaknesses now, though, but she's still insanely good. But Alencia hard counters APOC Ravi. And so does Sharoon. Sharoon is only, yeah, Sharoon can only be used in PvP. There's no PvE where she has any viability. I would suggest a player to follow your guide if he had an account but never got into RTA PvP. I don't know if my account is good enough. EU player here. I mean, the guide is just getting you through all PvE content and having you gear up characters that can be utilized in multiple forms of content. So that way you don't build a character that is only going to be used in one thing. That's why I have like people build Terranar Guard and Falconer Clury, because those Terranar Guard we're going to be using in Abyss later. So I wanted to try to get a bunch of people just to have him ready and done early on. You can use Furious instead, obviously. Furious is losing less overall content, I'm pretty sure. He can be used in like a couple one-shot teams, but overall Furious has less use cases. But Furious is more consistent for Wyvern. So that's like the trade-off there. But I'm trying to build up as efficiently as possible to where we can clear the most content with the least amount of characters and be working on our PvP teams as well. But yeah, Shu you can go speed set Shu, guys. So if you have ML Landy and have her on counter set, you can put Shu on speed set. She still works. I have DJB and IHKs. Which one do you recommend to build? Both are good. I mean, I would recommend DJ Basar just because he does more. You can pick DJ Basar into characters that have barrier and you'll get more value out of him. But yeah, I mean, either one's okay. DJ Basar overall is better though. My Yank, I pulled ML Landy luckily, but my only counter gear is on Shu. Should I put it on ML Landy? ML Landy, when you're getting into PvP, you're gonna want both of them geared. So if you can get an, I'm not sure. ML Landy is gonna be stronger in PvP than Shu, but barely. Shu is still very, very good. So, but the thing is, you can build Shu on speed set. So say you have a piece like this. This could be a Shu piece if it had HP percent instead of attack percent. So Shu can be built pretty easily on speed set, and she will still work fine. The thing is, Shu will still counter after you S3 if they attack other characters, and players never know if you're on counter Shu or not. So a lot of the time they'll be scared to attack Shu because they're scared they're going to get countered. So that way you can be a little bit faster and get more turns. So speed set Shu still works. Whereas speed set ML Landy is not going to work as good. So I would, if you have to, put your counter gear on ML Landy and try to gear up a speed set Shu. Like that is something you might want to do as a new player. I mean, you can even go destruction set Shu if you roll high HP rolls. All right, guys, I do need to, Epic Craft should be used on left side since it's easier to get good pieces right. As a new player, I definitely suggest that. So left side pieces for Epic Craft. Here is an example of why. If you were to use an Epic Craft on a right side piece, like a ring, we'll do speed set. The problem I have with this is, see, it went flat health. You cannot pick the substat. See, or the main stat. The substats of this are insane. If this would have been attack percent, this is a dream piece. But flat health, this piece is already dead unless it rolls speed. Flat stats for right side gear usually suck. So they just end up speed checks. But the thing is, this makes it very hard. Whereas if you do Epic Crafts on left side gear, you don't have to worry about that. You're going to get more consistent good pieces to roll. Like this is already a solid piece that we can roll. Has speed, has crit damage and attack, or HP and crit damage. This could end up being a piece for Shu on speed set if you have to do it. She is pretty easy to gear on speed set. and will work great. Do I see CML shoelace? No, I have not looked at them yet. I will maybe look at them tonight. But yeah, I highly suggest doing left side gear with your epic crafts. And you just kind of need to look at what you need, right? You got Strays worth building. Eventually, yeah, Strays is very, very good. So say if you have Shu or ML Landy and you're missing crit chance, then use your epic crafts on crit set and try to get high crit chance rolls to balance that out. Are SD Alexa better than Mui? SD Alexa? No, you're not going to switch out SD Alexa for a Mui. Mui is like the backbone of your Wyvern team. If you're going to switch any character out for SD Alexa, it would be Cigarette or whatever your other character is, one of the two. All right, guys, I got to wrap up. I got to go have some fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This was a test YouTube stream to make sure like my alerts and stuff were working. I'm going to add more stuff to the stream. If any of you are willing to like the stream before I get out of here, it would help a lot. We have 145 likes. That's quite a bit. But if any of you are willing to leave a like before you dip on the stream, it'd help a lot. Thank you for becoming a member. Kefnet already passed out. But thank you again. I will be trying to, I don't know. I have so many things. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, we're about to 15,000 subs. Sick. But yeah, thank you again, everyone, for hanging out and just helping me get to this point where my life is back, feeling back on track. But all right, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you all either tomorrow in Discord somewhere, probably eventually. Peace out.